Hello, kids. Today I am going to tell you a story about the 12 dancing princesses. Once upon a time, in a grand castle with golden towers, lived a king with 12 daughters. Each princess was more lovely than the last, and they all shared one unusual thing. They wore out their shoes every single night. Each morning, the king would shake his head. "How do your shoes get worn through when you've all been asleep?" The princesses just smiled and said, "We don't know, father." Maybe we dream too much. But the king wasn't convinced. He sent out a royal challenge. Whoever can discover the secret of the worn-out shoes will win a great reward and may choose one of my daughters to marry. But if they fail after 3 nights, they must leave the kingdom forever. Princes, knights, and curious adventurers tried, but no one could solve the mystery. They all fell asleep outside the princess's bedroom and never learned a thing. Then came Finn, a kind, clever soldier with little more than a loaf of bread and a bright smile. He met an old woman on the road who asked where he was going. "To solve the mystery of the 12 dancing princesses," Finn said. The woman winked. "Then take this." She handed him a cloak of invisibility. "And whatever you do, don't eat or drink anything the princesses give you." Finn thanked her and headed to the castle. That night, the princesses welcomed him kindly. "You'll probably fall asleep like the rest," said the eldest, chuckling. But Finn only smiled and pretended to yawn. The moment they thought he was asleep, the princesses jumped up and began getting ready, combing their hair, putting on sparkling gowns, and slipping on new dancing shoes. Then the eldest princess clapped her hands, and a hidden panel in the wall slid open, revealing a secret staircase. Finn, wearing the invisible cloak, followed them quietly. Down, down, down they went, until they reached a magical forest, where trees sparkled with silver, gold, and diamonds. Finn broke off a small branch from each, proof for later. At the end of the forest, 12 boats waited, each with a handsome prince to row the princesses across a glowing underground lake. Finn hopped into the last boat and sat beside the youngest princess. She shivered and said, "It feels like someone's sitting beside me." Soon, they reached a shimmering glass palace where music played without musicians, and the floor sparkled like stars. The princesses danced and laughed, spinning and twirling until their shoes were completely worn through. "Time to go," said the eldest, and they returned the way they came. Finn raced back ahead of them and pretended to yawn as they entered their room. In the morning, the king asked, "Did you discover anything?" "Not yet, Your Majesty," Finn replied with a smile. He waited 2 more nights, secretly following the princesses and gathering more clues. Silver leaves, diamond branches, and even a golden goblet from the glass palace. On the 3rd morning, he told the king everything. The princesses gasped. "You were there?" Finn pulled off the invisible cloak with a flourish. "I was." The king was amazed and turned to his daughters. "Is it true?" The eldest blushed. "Yes, father. We just wanted to dance. It was our secret escape." The king sighed. "Well, you should have told me, but a promise is a promise." He turned to Finn. "You've solved the mystery. You may choose one of my daughters to marry." Finn smiled at the youngest princess, who had always wondered about the strange shiver in the boat. She smiled back. And so, they were married. The secret dances ended, and the 12 princesses found new adventures. This time, with their shoes firmly on their feet. So kids, that's all for today. If you like our stories, please like and subscribe or press the bell icon. See you next time with another story.